There we go. We are officially
Ooh.
live. Katy, you are officially on your first ever BookTube live stream. How does it
I
feel?
know. I gotta be honest, it's different because
Yeah,
I post photos on Instagram, don't I?
you do.
So very
And
very different to
memes.
this.
You
Oh
post
yeah, I
memes on
do that.
TikTok too. Yeah.
Do you know what? I got a meme that got over 10k views, and I thought, oh my god, I've made it as a bookstagrammer.
You have.
And then my next post got like 20 likes, and I thought, cool, I've not made it, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
funny.
The algorithm
So
is a cruel mistress. She does do that to you sometimes.
it, yeah, so we're there, but yeah. Yeah,
No,
it's fun
welcome,
to be here.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited because it's really nice to have someone like a lot of the people that I've had on for the previous shows are people that I have specifically met through BookTube that have then become friends of mine. Whereas
Hmm.
you were a friend first and then we started doing
Yeah.
bookish stuff. So I like that it's that way around. It's nice for it to be
I
new.
think
It feels
honestly,
new.
you were my inspiration to like start. Well,
Stop
we had
it.
that conversation, didn't we, in Bristol? And I thought I could do it, but then like how would that work for me? And yeah, I was like, yeah, Hannah's definitely like helped me grow as a person and kind of got back into reading. So there are a few people. There are you and one of my in like friends called Lucy who were like gave me some books, and I was like, thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Got me back into reading really.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah,
That's nice. Oh, thank you. That is genuinely like the biggest compliment to be like.
honestly, I was like, I really want to do what you do. So
And now we're here together. We're doing it together.
I'm just trying to butt you up, obviously, but
Yeah, I'm wondering what's coming next. Now I'm concerned. No, it's fine.
no, you're all right. There is this one thing.
However, so was Deep End your first instance of Ali Hazelwood, or have you read any
Yeah.
other? Is it your first one? Okay, okay. So the way we're going
So
to do this is we'll do like non-spoiler and then we'll do spoiler. So I'll put like a
okay.
little banner so that we can do like the general vibe, what we thought, and then we can get into the nitty-gritty and
Okay.
know for deets. So what? Tell me your general first impression thoughts.
Without any spoilers, I liked it, but it
Okay.
wasn't something that will stand out in my
Okay.
like 2026 recap. I think it was a good filler book for me.
Okay.
For the books I read
Interesting.
anyway, I think without saying too much, the elements of it were there, but they weren't really like explained as much as I would like.
Okay.
So I was like, it just it was good, but it wasn't like good for me.
I think that's really interesting because I'm now like 6 months into this. It's not my favourite by any
Mm,
stretch. So the one that I read that I last was kind of like about was Love Theoretically, which I thought
hmm.
was, to be fair, it is her most sciencey book, but I thought the romance of it was neglected because of like the personal elements of this. And I kind of felt like the romance element was neglected in place of shock value.
Yeah,
Now, the ones that we've done, the last couple that I've done, have been Not in Love and Problematic Summer Romance, which she wrote after this, and I think represent BDSM better, and certainly like push pull control better
yeah.
than this one does. And we will get into this in the spoilers bit. This is not what I was expecting at all. I mean, to be fair, I keep buying Ali Hazelwood books without even looking at what they're about because
I
I'm
think
she's also
I did the same. I knew of this. Oh, you can't really say it, but I knew of it, and then I bought it, and then actually someone gifted it to me as well. So I was like, right, I definitely have to read it now. Um, and yeah, it wasn't something that I had looked into before buying, so it was definitely um a different kind of book that I
yeah,
bought.
yeah.
Um, but yeah.
I think that's the thing. So I thought the story was that she was going to teach him to swim.
Mm,
Like for some reason in my head, that was what the premise was, that she was going to be a swimmer, ex-Olympian, blah blah blah, teaching him to swim, being in control, etc., and then he would take control in the bedroom, was what I went into this thinking it was. So when it started and they were both athletes and strong swimmers, I was like, already this is not the story I thought I was going to get, which is not a problem, because that's my own fault for not doing my damn research. But I think that was kind of the first of many instances where instead of being like, oh, I was kind of like, huh, like that's not what I was expecting.
I genuinely thought they were lifeguards. I don't know why. I had that thing of, I think they're lifeguards. Yeah. And then I started reading and I thought, oh, they're not lifeguards. They're college kids.
Yeah.
So it's just very weird.
Yeah. And also that's the other thing is like all of her other books, they've either been post-grads or adults.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, they're kind of like, they are like firmly in the working world or just coming out of college into the working world. This is one of the few that I've read where they are firmly learning still. And the fact that she's like pre-med and stuff like that was interesting. Like I did like stuff like that, but it also felt like a lot of that stuff was rushed because it happens over a year. Like this book is like a year-long romance as opposed to like a snappier
I thought it was going to be like a 6 months gone one and done kind of thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, it took forever. No offense to Ali Hazelwood. It did feel very, I want to say elongated, because that last 25% of the book was just long.
Yeah, and completely unnecessary as well, I thought.
Yeah,
personally.
By the end I thought, right, okay, I know what the ending's going to be. They're going to, we all know an ending of a romance book. So I was like, when are we getting to this? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Get me
and
there.
I don't judge Ali Hazelwood for doing that. That's that's great writing. You put in a plot device like that, it's going to work because people love a third act breakup. But for someone who hates a third act breakup, it wasn't
I think this is it. You say that people love it. I don't think we've had a single guest on Bunsen Burner Book Club that has been keen on a third act breakup. And there are some of her books that don't have it, or they do have it, but it's played in a really clever way. So like Problematic Summer Romance, the third act breakup happened 3 years ago. So they're like, the whole point is it's like, are they going to get together now because of whatever happened 3 years ago? And it's like a really, really good twist on it because you don't have that kind of... I don't want to spoil it for you because it's really, really good. And I think that's probably my favourite so far. That one I think is my favourite. This one, I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. I don't think I'd reread it.
I don't think I think if I needed a palate cleanser, if I had just like read a really, really dark romance and I needed a good palate cleanser, probably. But because it didn't tickle my brain the way I wanted it to, I don't know. It doesn't, so I'm just trying to find what I gave it. I don't even know.
You got to scroll back 100 years. Because you texted me in like middle of June being like, I've read it. And I was like, our live show's not for like 8 weeks. Like you are keen.
Do you know what I mistook? I put it in my calendar and I was like, you need to read Deep End this month. And I was like, okay, I'll put it in my like list to read this month. No, I was wrong. I thought it was the start of July we were doing this. No.
I give myself the entire month to read it. I was like, I am inevitably going to leave it to the last week. That's happening.
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
And I said in my review that I loved it. I think I loved parts of it. Looking back on it now, because I've read a few romances like that since. So I'm like, was I right in giving it a 4? Probably, but did I love it as much as I do now? No. And I read it in 2 days apparently. So
there you go. You blitzed through it, and sometimes that is enough for it to have a 4 stars because you're like, well, I've clearly really enjoyed this. Like I've just sung through this. So,
I think it's so weird when you read a book and then you come back to it. Like I read Credence, and people keep asking me about it, and I'm like, it was wild. Like I think I gave it a 3, but it was wild, but in like a good way wild, but also has bad things. So it's like I think at the time Deep End was like really good. Now I think about it, I'm like, was it that good, or was it just because I blitzed through it?
Yeah. I think Ali Hazelwood has a really easy writing style. Every single book of hers slaps because it has a really easy writing style. It has a woman in STEM. It has, I mean, I've been joking about how I'm going to start making bingo boards for the future books because I know what it's going to have. It's going to have a brooding or stoic love interest. It's going to have a 1001 pop culture references. It's going to have a pet or and actually the first few books I read, the person's like, I hate my friend's pet, and the pet like grows on them. This is the first one where they immediately love the dog straight out. And I was like, that's new. There's going to be a best friend / flatmate who is a little too honest for their own good. There's going to be a coach or mentor who again is a little too honest for their own good, and confronting towards like the main character. Like there's always going to be these things make up an Ali Hazelwood. These are not spoilers. Every book of hers,
these are the Ali Hazelwood plot devices that are used every time.
This is how you know you're reading an Ali Hazelwood. I think part of the issue I had with Deep End is that she wasn't honest to what she wanted Deep End to be. So I'm going to move on to the spoilers section so that we can now, free and clear, talk about whatever we want. People are warned below. We are fully getting into the spoilers. For me, now, I'm not going to speak to your taste, Katy. I've read maybe 2 or 3 authors who have included BDSM specifically. And there is only one author that I think has done it well, and that is Katy Roberts. Have you read any Katy Roberts?
I don't think I have.
Katy, you would eat them up.
I should do. We've got the same name.
Oh my god. No, like, genuine. Okay, Katy with 2 E's.
Oh, okay. That's a different way of spelling it. Okay.
So, she originally published on Amazon. Yeah. Originally published through Amazon, has traditionally published a few since then. I would suggest, if you're new to her, starting with her Neon Gods series, because that is the more commercial, paint by numbers, sanitized of her works.
Yeah.
But very much gives you a flavour of her writing. For her, BDSM isn't just about control. It is about communication, it's about power balances, and it's about dealing with whatever your stuff is externally, right?
Yeah.
So if you're like, I'm being controlled by these people and I want to feel liberated, I'll do that through BDSM. Like, I'll go into like voyeurism or exhibitionism, whatever it is. Or I feel out of control because of blah, 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 blah. So then they do like Shibaru or whatever it is. Like, there's all these kind of like ties, there's all these power balances. Then I would recommend her Desperate Measures series, where the first book, and I'm hesitant to say this on the internet, the first book...
it's the internet. What could happen?
I'm a fully qualified teacher now. Like, I'm...
Oh, yeah. Be careful.
So, delicately, the first book is called Desperate Measures. It is a Jafar and Jasmine retelling, where Aladdin is the bad guy. And the opening 2 chapters have consensual non-consent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Opening scenes. That's what that is.
Imagine just opening in that book, though. Oh. Thanks for telling me, though, because I've been warned.
I don't need to. I did that. For a live stream, back when I was self-employed and didn't have to worry about being a teacher, and I've taken it off the internet now, it no longer exists, except for patrons. They get it. They get access to it. That's it. I read the first chapter and had to, like, have a cheeky, sip of something every time I cringed. And by the end of page 12, I was sozzled. Because I was like, this book is so cringe. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, I was not in the romance erotica world. Like, it was new to me, it was frightening. So I was like, I don't like any of this. And I never read it again. I was like, I'm never going to touch this again. And then I was doing a readathon and I needed a book that was like a Disney retelling or something, and I was like, well, annoyingly,
I have one.
I have one, but I never wanted to read it again. And my friend was like, read it, but not for the internet, not for silliness, just read. And I loved it. I gave it 5 stars because I got to the end where I was like, if it ends by doing this and actually liberates a character through her own autonomy, I will give it 5 stars. And it did. And I was like, 5 stars it is. And then I read the rest of the series over the span of 3 months. Like literally the whole series, back to back. Loved it. So that's the order that I would now reverse it, because I think you can't really go from that to like the sanitized version because it feels really jarring.
Yeah.
But Neon Gods is very much that, but like mafia romance. And then her most recent stuff is, I'm trying to think of like a way of saying this on the internet. The first one is a maiden kidnapped, married, and mated with a dragon.
Do you know what? Fair play. Like, I have got no qualms about that. And to be fair, I haven't read her books. However, I think comparing the stuff that the BDSM that's in Deep End compared to like some of the stuff I read, it's very tame and very not explored, and it's all about power and all this jazz.
Yeah.
And I think some of the stuff I've read, like Rena Kent, like God of War, God of Pain kind of series, that goes that as well. And I think comparing the 2 books, it's a very stark difference. Like the comparison between it to me, Deep End feels like fluffy BDSM, whereas like other stuff I've read is like full on, you get it all.
Yeah.
And I think Ali Hazelwood is, from my experience with Deep End, is kind of there, but not kind of there.
It's almost like she didn't want to commit to it. She didn't want to like actually go, and this is the thing they're doing. But it's really interesting because the thing that I think I found most jarring, and the reason it went from like a 4-star to a 3-star, was, I mean, because only a 5-star only gets 5-star if I laugh out loud or cry. And this book was never going to do either of those things. It was never going to get me like that.
I don't think I cried at all with this book.
No, not
and I
even
cry a lot.
I
cry at books a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but I found that they were talking about being kinky more than they were actually being kinky.
Yeah.
Like there were certain times where she'd be like, I'm a freak, I'm into all of these things, and then he'd be like, you like that, don't you? And she'd be like, yes, I do. And I'd be like, cool, I love that for you guys. Like there's no
there's no exploration. It was just, this is it, okay, cool, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, and it was very kind of like paint by numbers. And I think my first red flag, as it were, that it was going to be that, was when she referenced the other BDSM book that I've read. And again, don't know if you've read it, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep, I read it. I think Penelope as a character just rubs me the wrong way anyway.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. She just seemed like an absolute bitch, no offense.
No, I'm not offended. You're fine.
No offense to Ali Hazelwood writing Penelope, but it just felt like she was a bitch. But
also for no reason either, because there were moments when Penelope was like being like fully supportive, like fully like a good friend, and then she would like switch for plot convenience.
Yeah,
like she got them together. She was like, I was so here for her being like, hey, you two are into the same thing, you should hook up, because that is what I would do. I would absolutely be like, this is my friend, this is my ex, I feel like something could work here. Like, I could absolutely see myself doing that.
Like, you know them
I have
both.
done that. Like, exactly. Like, I have been like, actually, you should date my friend. Like, I've absolutely done that. I can absolutely believe... whether she was, like, drunk or not. But so then by the end, when you see that, like, there's, like, another side to it of, like, she was doing it to, like, mock him and be like, oh, I know that you like her because he'd asked for her in the first place. To being like a threesome with them and using it to like belittle him. I was like, we've had this plot twist out of nowhere, especially considering we have Cressida or Cassidy or whatever her name is,
Yeah.
who has actively bullied Penn, like has actively gone out of her way to make her miserable. We sympathise and empathise with her and understand that she's been through a really hard time with everyone having turned on her.
Yeah.
And then she does this like really petty thing at the end, and I'm like, I don't want to see that side of you because I don't believe it. It just feels like it's there purely for plot convenience, that the character who has been really worried that she's not being honest with her friend about this thing is then confronted by the friend in an aggressive way, even though she was the instigator.
Well, it was like at the bit at the end when she was like, "Oh, you've stolen my medal, and now you've stolen my man," and I'm like, she's not your man. Like, he's not your man.
No, and that's not your medal.
that's not your medal. Like, what? No. I think the kind of best friend, as it were, was not a best friend. And to be fair, if that was me, if I was Scarlet, Ben wouldn't have been my friend. Not in that moment. And yeah, she comes crawling back and is like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Like, all the doping situation was the weirdest thing I think I've ever read.
Again, that was like, it felt very convenient that had happened, because there's always that thing, isn't it? Like, that's very tropey to be like, oh, I want to tell this person that I am challenging our norm in a way that might make them uncomfortable, but I can't do that because they're uncomfortable because of this other thing that's happened. And obviously they couldn't have her have an injury because they'd already had another injury earlier in the book for her to be back on the team in the first place.
The girl who like her back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, she can't ever do, well, she won't have another season because she's a senior. This is going to be her last attempt at it, as it were. You've taken her place. And so you can't have that all over again of like, well, she's had an injury, she's done herself in, and she can't do anything because blah, 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 blah. Because that, it would feel disingenuous considering how many other injuries this team seems to suffer.
I'm surprised though at how many injuries the team had, by the way.
Worst coaches ever.
Yeah, they really need to step up their like coaching, because honestly, one like broke her coccyx or something, like injured. Oh no, she broke her ankle.
Is that George's arm?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pizza. Nice.
Hi, George. Just walk around. Hannah says hello. She can't see you wave, but
I can see like a blur.
Yeah. No, we're swapping because we've got two sides, so he's like doing the little
half and half. Nice.
Little half and half. Bless him.
Cute.
Yeah, I think the setup was great. I liked the world. I think college books are great when they're done great, and I think this one was kind of alright. It was a good world to be in. I love swimming. I love anything with water. So I was really excited for this book because of that. I think, yes, I understand they're two different, because they're two different things, because they're diving and swimming. But like when he was like in the water and telling her to jump, like that would have terrified me if I was in that position. So I don't know. I think some of the world building was a little bit but that's just me.
Yeah, I think it relied on us knowing that Ali Hazelwood is going to specialise in STEM. Like the idea that they're doing this pre-med course, and and something else that is a very like Hazelwood trope is these women aren't just smart, they're brilliant, right?
Yeah.
So the last 3 books that I've read, the women working in STEM aren't just like good at their jobs, they are inspirationally good at science. They're not just scientists, they're hot shit scientists, right?
Yeah.
And I think I kind of want her to do a book where they're fine scientists. They're all right.
Well, they're failing. I'd love to see, no offense to women, I'd love to see someone fail. just once in an Ali Hazelwood
just for
book.
some variety. Like, the thing is, I maybe wouldn't go as far as saying failing, but I just want to see someone who's just a pharmacist, just working a 9 to 5. Because I feel like that, if she had been like your average Joe, and then was exploring this world, and it was gentle because it was new, and she was looking for some excitement, that in itself might be inherently tropey. But it would be new for Ali Hazelwood, as opposed to this, which is like, she is, and like, to be fair, what I did really enjoy because of it is how often Lucas is like, I'm just attracted to women who are more intelligent than me, because I was like,
oh yeah, we love a man who yearns.
Love a man who yearns for intelligence.
Yeah, as well.
Backs her 100%. Yeah.
He was a good MMC, I won't lie. But he also, I think the plot line of, oh, I'm in love with you, and she doesn't fall back in, like, she doesn't fall in love with him.
She won't say it. She is in love, she won't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of pissed me off, because he was like openly like, I like you, I love you, you know, I want you, and all this jazz, and she was like, I don't know if I can.
That, again, very Ali Hazelwood. So there's been a few where I'm like, but you do love him. Why are you not? Like, the fact that the only time she ever... like, every time they do a scene, and I love that they explain what a scene is, I feel like this is very, like, entry level. Yes. I love that for a second all we saw was George's face, just floating in the background.
He's just one of those floating heads.
Yeah, he is. He's just hanging out. I would say this is very, very entry level for people who are used to steamy romances, moving into spicy romances. It's not quite smutty romance.
No.
It's very gentle. So I think there was...
Considering the books I read, this is like what's like the tamest of them all.
Beige. It's beige.
Yeah, it's beige compared to like some of the dark romances I've read. I think it's a great starter book for people who want to maybe explore that kind of smutty side, but like,
but gently.
I don't want to get in like straight into it.
Yeah. They don't want to start with a consensual non-consent scene. They don't want to start with that.
We love consent in this household.
We do. We do.
So I'd rather we didn't have that until like page 4? Not page 4.
Oh yeah, like
chapter 4.
Give me I want a full name of both characters first. I want to know who they are.
I'd like to know where they're from. And you know how they get up.
I need to know they've got a good family.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got a good job.
We need to have a full background check before we start doing anything.
I want to see bank statements. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. And I think that's the thing. So, like, it was very good at being entry level because we had quite a few scenes of him being like, and what do you say when you want me to stop? And then that then became jarring because I knew when they did it 3 times of like during sexy times being like, and what do you say when you want me to stop? I tell you to stop. I knew that she was only going to use it when it came to him saying I love you. I was like, of course, because
what was that safe word?
The safe word was stop. It was literally stop.
And that was it wasn't even a fun safe word.
Well, she's like, they even go into that of being like, I know how like some people like choose like weird words or whatever, but I think we can ease our way into this. And I'm like, you're reminding your audience that if they want to try anything in this, that stop is a suitable safe word. Like, that is fair enough. You don't. It doesn't have to be pineapple. It doesn't have to be anything. It can just be
kumquat.
Kumquat. I don't know why safe words are always fruit, but they are always fruit. They are always.
Well, upside down pineapple is kind of the swingers community. Yeah,
absolutely. So. On cruises specifically. Yeah. So I've heard.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird that they use fruit, but I do agree that if you are like interested in that kind of side of things, but not sure about how to set those boundaries with your partner, like that is a good way to get in, like get into it. And stop is obviously stop. So
and stop means stop.
Yeah.
But I did like Lucas as a character. I liked that he is probably one of, if not the most emotionally mature love interests I've ever read. Not just from Ali Hazelwood, but just ever. Like, he is
Yeah.
very straightforward, not kind of emotionally manipulative or
Yeah.
reactive in a way. Like, even though she can see when he's getting frustrated, he's still not like lashing out or being rude. And then when she like rocks up at the end and she's like, how did you know I was gonna be here? He's like, I still track you still have like your location tracker on, so
Yeah.
I just knew you were, I was excited to see you. So, like, it's very like,
Bless him.
he doesn't make her work too hard for it. He doesn't
No,
like
he's
push
quite
her.
like emotionally available.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I think in some books the dudes are like really scared to like open up to
Have feelings.
Yeah, to have feelings or to like talk about them or even anything really, their past. Or I think I read it in an Anna Huang book, and it was just, he would just not open up until like the last quarter of the book, and I was like, just talk. Like, how hard is it to just talk?
How hard? I mean, that's a valid question. How hard is it? How hard is it to just have a word? You know?
I mean, yeah, Lucas did it fine. Everyone just needs to take kind of that away from that. Be more like Lucas.
Absolutely. I do feel that the only reason he was Swedish, rather than literally any other European or American descent, is because Ali Hazelwood read something about trolls being like a nickname for like cute, lovable creatures, and thought that was hilarious because she uses troll so often.
I think I read something that was like, oh yeah, Ali Hazelwood loves to bring in a European character into her books, so no wonder Lucas was Swedish.
I'm trying to think what other European. I mean, don't get me wrong. So, Problematic Summer Romance, it's set in Sicily, so there's loads of Italians around. Fine. Not in Love. I don't. Oh, there's an Irish guy in it. Check and Mate. There is a German guy, but he's horrible. He's like the villain. So I guess, yeah, maybe that is an Ali Hazelwood trope. I just hadn't noticed. There's just a cheeky European in there. There is. What I really liked is there is a English guy in Deep End named Hassan. I really like the fact that he is clearly not white English, but still English. Yeah. And the audiobook, he had a very English accent, and I was like, good. Like, I like the fact that it's like, not every Englishman is white and from a Christian family, but they're still English. Was and very they all happy don't talk to have with nod.
Like a Cockney accent.
Yeah. Oh my god, it irritates me. It irritates me so much. I'm waiting. I am desperate to see a Bristolian accent in a romance. Oh, yeah. I think it'd be so funny.
Give me the Somerset accent in a romance. Yeah. Or, to be fair, I am partial to a Scottish and Irish accent, so I don't mind them.
No, I don't mind them either.
Or don't like a Scouse. Give me a Scouse or a Liverpudlian.
Yeah. Could take or leave Welsh, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's just not as sexy.
People. It doesn't have the same crispiness as Scottish and Irish.
No, the end of every sentence sounds like a question, and I'm like, I need a bit more. Yeah, because
they go up, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
Oh, bless them. Bless the Welsh people. We love Welsh people. We do.
Do you know what's really funny? I've got a few friends who are Welsh, and they find it so, like, they get so easily triggered when I, as an English person, start talking down about anything Welsh. And I remember my favourite moment was this girl Naomi on my course it was St David's Day, so she was showing me photos from like her hometown and like showing everyone at the table. Like, we were out having breakfast, everyone at the table, photos of these kids that were wearing traditional Welsh costume. Now, I don't know if you've seen traditional Welsh costume, but it looks like traditional Dutch or Netherlands costume. It looks exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference is they were wearing daffodils, not tulips. And I saw a prime opportunity to be a terrible person and said that and was like, oh, it kind of looks a bit Dutch. And my friend, who's also a friend of hers, who's from Netherlands, started laughing because she was like, it kind of does. This girl hated me. Like,
You
I
pissed off a Welsh person.
I was shunned by her and her people. So I feel like now, anytime someone who is Welsh pipes up even just a little bit, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm absolutely in the wrong, because as English colonisers, English kings would just rock up to Wales and kill a bunch of people for sport.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, we're not that great, are we?
Notoriously terrible.
Yeah.
But can confirm that my family have never owned land. So that's... I can't really say it's my ancestors specifically that did that.
Yeah.
So I just find it very, very funny. I find it very, very funny.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
they're
I'm kind
they're
of glad
very
there was
happy
not...
people, but very
They
easily
are.
triggered.
I'm just kind of glad there wasn't an Irish dude in here, Welsh dude in this book, because I couldn't have read it in anything but a Welsh accent.
No.
And then I'd read the whole book in a Welsh accent, and it would just ruin it for me.
Not in Love and Problematic Summer Romance, there's an Irish guy in it, and I feel like you will love those two.
Oh, to be fair,
I
I've
think
got
they're
Problematic Summer
spicier.
Romance. I don't know if I've got Not in Love. I have a few Ali Hazelwood books around, but my shelves are currently double stacked because I have no room.
It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that sometimes.
I don't have much space.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, so Not in Love, it is a duology. Problematic Summer Romance is book 2 in a duology.
Okay, but they're different stories, aren't they? You can.
They are different stories, but it's because the main character is the younger sister of the love interest in book 1. So the only spoiler is that the couple from book 1
are together.
Are a couple, yeah, exactly. So it's not. It's like, is it even really a spoiler? Like, you can read them as standalones with that in mind. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just got to bear in mind, because the thing is, I've just finished Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and I've got Iris Kelly Doesn't Lose, I think it is, which is book 3. But the problem is I don't know who the love interest is for book 2, so I don't want to read book 3 yet, because I want to read them in order, because I don't know who the love interest is. Whereas with Problematic Summer Romance, knowing that it's her, like, she's the baby sister, I probably wouldn't have bothered me as much to read them out of order, but I read them in order because of doing, like, this book club. Genuinely, doing live shows is the only way to hold me accountable, because last time I had 7 books by an author called Silvia Garcia, and I read all of them for, like, YouTube specifically, and now I've got 4 more of hers since finishing that last readathon. They are the only way that I will work my way through an author's backlist. Is by doing some kind of online book club. So,
well, I'm glad. I'm glad we got here.
Yeah.
I think I was on the, like, cusp of reading Ali Hazelwood because of the Love Hypothesis. I do have that book. It's somewhere that I started it and I was like, oh, I'm bored. But then again, it was my first Ali Hazelwood book, so I'm like,
and it's very gentle. There is one sex scene in the entire book.
Oh no!
And this is it. It's like a romance as opposed to a spicy or anything like that. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, the scene I thought was steamy. It was a good time. I did cry after when I read it the first time. I was really I had the flu. It was gifted to me for Christmas, so it was the first book that I read of that year. New Year's Eve, I am reading it, and they have this really magical sex scene, and I cried because I was like, I'll never find a man that nice, like, genuinely. So I'm quite looking forward to rereading it to see if I still feel that way.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was emotional.
Was this before or after?
Oh, this was years before. This was a solid, like, I want to say this was 2 years before I even moved to Banbury.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I met Zach 2 years after moving to Banbury.
Okay, so we're like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No. Zach and I will have been together 3 years in November.
Oh,
so
shit, yeah.
7 years ago. Mental. Actually mental.
To be fair, George and I are 3 years in December.
That's because you and George got together a month after Zach and I got together. Our anniversaries are basically the same.
What can we say?
That also means that we've been friends for 3 years.
Hell yeah!
So our anniversary is also 3 years.
Oh no, it's not our anniversary with our men. It's
ours.
Yeah.
We should do something. We should do like an anniversary.
Yeah.
You, me, and Grace should do something.
Oh, I miss having you guys around, especially now when like all the Halloween stuff's come out.
I know.
Like, what do I do?
I mean, I just need an excuse to come up, don't I? Really, I'll just do a cheeky little.
Well,
I'm meant to be going up to Wales, so yeah, we'll do a cheeky little trio trip.
Just stop in. You can stay at our house.
There we go. Then that's what I'll do.
We've tangented.
It does happen. This happens. So, okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, so the antagonist being Pen right at the end, irksome, for a couple of reasons. The one we discussed earlier with her being like a bad friend for the sake of plot convenience, but also because I feel like the dad as an antagonist was right there.
Yeah, I would have loved to see like him come back into the picture and cause chaos.
Yeah,
but he didn't. And I thought, okay, cool. You set it up. She set it up. She literally set it up. She was like, you know, the stepmom got her away and all this, and I was like, wait, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna come back. You said it. You're foreshadowing it for later in the book, and he didn't come back. And I thought, okay,
because the last time she injured herself, she got dumped, and her dad texted her, right?
Yeah.
So imagine she goes to that pre-Olympics meet, and he turns up, because there's no reason why he couldn't, considering it's being live streamed. Her career up until this point, we've seen on multiple occasions, her career is now making I was going to pun then. Unintentionally, I was going to say she's making a splash in the fact that there's a lot of information about her on the internet at this point because she's doing so well. It would have made sense. And I feel cheated that we ended up having a girl versus girl antagonism, which sure got rectified, and at no point was Pen an absolute villain. I didn't like that Lucas had to stand up for our main character, especially considering how she'd managed to stand up to Cressida on Pen's behalf. I keep calling her Cressida. I don't know if I'm getting that confused from Bridgerton. Clarissa! Yeah, Clarissa? I was getting it confused.
Although I knew exactly who you meant because Cressida from Bridgerton.
Exactly, that same vibe. Yeah. So I found that really frustrating that we've got women hating women because of a man. Failed Bechdel test.
For someone who, like, especially as someone who, I'm friends with more guys than I am women. So, like, seeing a female friendship just, like, get absolutely blitzed was really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I value my friendships. So, like, after a whole book, for Pen to just turn around and be that kind of antagonistic villain for, like, 3 chapters was really hard.
Yeah.
Because she put them together, and then now she said she ain't got a medal, and she's turning it on Scarlet, and I'm like, this could have been thought out a bit better. Like, we didn't have to villainize Pen here.
Yeah.
So I think I agree with you that it could have been the dad completely because she set it up in the beginning of the book. So, but maybe it just didn't work out that way. Maybe. We won't know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. But yeah, is there anything else from this book that you feel needs discussion?
I think we've covered.
We've kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
We've kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's nothing else that... I really liked the stepmom. I thought she was cute.
Yeah.
And I liked the pretty accurate representation of therapy. Of being like...
Oh, hell yeah.
I said this thing, and my therapist looked at me like, yeah, we've known that for some time. I liked that. I thought that was cute. I liked the fact that she comes to realise what she needs to develop for herself away from Lucas. But he helps her with it. So like when she goes and does her jumping without him, or has him there when she's doing it without an audience, I thought that was great.
Yeah, I liked how that was written.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am a bit like, I would not do that in front of anyone.
No. I did.
For her, maybe, yeah, but for me, no.
No. I'm like, I don't need an audience for 4 minutes of some water.
Leave,
thank
please.
You. But no, I think we've nailed it. So, which Ali Hazelwood book do you think you'll pick up next?
I think it will be Problematic Summer Romance, just because it's literally in my eye line. But I have heard so much good about it.
You have or haven't?
Have.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Okay.
But I'm only saying that because I haven't reread Love Hypothesis again recently, because that was I read that, loved it, and was like, well, now I need to read everything she writes. Read Love on the Brain, which is the one that I've got for next month, second, and people were like, it's not as good, and I liked this just as much as I liked Love Hypothesis. So I have really
They're from the same world, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, the professor that is working with Lucas and...
Yeah, it's Adam and Olive from Love Hypothesis, isn't it?
Yeah.
I read that and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Because, again, in Love Theoretically... Because they must all be at the same university. Because in Love Theoretically, she is also working with Adam and Olive. But I did not like how they were presented in that book. I just didn't like... They didn't read as the characters that I knew from Love Hypothesis. Whereas in The Deep End, I was like, there they are. That's actually, like, you've nailed that. That is who I imagined them to be from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
So, whereas this one is the same world, you don't see the characters in the same way. So,
yeah,
I'm interested to reread it just to see what I think. But I'm also nervous because this will be my first reread. Every other book has been a first impression, Ali Hazelwood, here are my thoughts. What has she done well? What would I do differently? What did I not like about the characters? This is my first time of going back to Brie and being like, thoughts, you know? So
yeah. But then again, I guess it gives you a kind of different perspective because you're in a different place. Like, I know that so my favourite series is Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I know that I haven't read City of Bones for about 10 years. I know that when I reread it, I'm going to have a different take on it. So it's like, it's that kind of like where you are and where you were.
Well, the thing is, when using that as an example, it's also like how much quicker or how much slower you burn through it. Because when I first read City of Bones, the first 4 books were out when I first read it. So I read those 4, and then every time a book came out, I was picking it up. And I got, I think, till book 7 before I like trailed off. When I tried to reread it, I got halfway through book 4 kind of back to back and was like, it's too much, I can't handle it anymore.
I was the same. Do you know what? I will be honest. I've read every book apart from the last one of the City series because I love the Mortal Instruments. It's my forever series. But I either don't want it to end because I know it will, even though
it has to.
Yeah, it has to. Or it is a massive book. It's chunky. Whereas, like, the first 5 books, my spines are cracked to hell heaven because I've read those completely. I did a reread and then started the last book and then I just couldn't get through it. Just because it was just, you know.
It's hard work, yeah.
And because I haven't read it before. So it was
it's
like...
new to you.
Yeah, I was like, I know what goes on in those books. I know the ending. I know what happens. And in that one, I don't. So I'm like real worried.
Yeah. Reading stuff outside the comfort zone or even in the comfort zone, hard.
Yeah. You don't know what happens. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Right. My live show for the next one is actually a lot sooner because it's at the end of this month. It's on 31st of August. Ooh. So I hope that everyone who has watched this enjoys and joins me then. I have added Katy in the description down below, but you will need to copy and paste that over to Instagram. Please go check out her Instagram. It's so good. Katy, is there anything else you want to shout out before we go?
No, Secondhand Smut Club. You can get Ali Hazelwood books on Secondhand Smut Club.
Love
Use KitKat for 10% off.
Love that.
No, thank you for having me.
Anytime. Literally any time. Next time I do reading sprints, you'll have to join me.
Oh, hell yeah.
We can sit and read some spicy stuff together.
Honestly, when I get my like little book office/book nook, you can come over and we'll
Can't wait.
We'll just do a weekend of reading.
Beautiful. Right. Have a brilliant evening, everyone, and I will see you all very soon.
Bye.